Going into this season, there was a lot of expectations that we would break the NFL record of what only Dan Marino at this moment in time holds that even Patrick Mahomes couldn't get, and that was 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns. Dan Marino holds a record right now. He's the only quarterback who has it, who has 40 touchdowns and 30 touchdowns and 4,000 yards in the first 3 out of the 4 seasons. Right? Currently, the only quarterbacks that can break it this year would be obviously Joe Shiesty, and it would be, of course, Justin Herbert. Looks like Justin Herbert's going to break it, but when you look at the fact that we have 3 out of our 3 touchdowns in 4 games, sorry, Joe, but you're probably not going to break that record unless you just completely drastically change around. Now, yes, his calf strain has definitely been an issue, right? And at the end of the day, we don't really care about records. We're caring about winning, getting to the Super Bowl, and getting the Lombardi, right? Everyone else can have these other meaningless records at the end of the day as long as we're winning games and getting the job done in any way we can, right? Problem is now, Joe is actually about to hit another record. Well, an NFL record. But this one is very, very embarrassing. Because of how poor this game started, the season started so far. In the first 4 games, there was an NFL record for the first 4 games, Joe. And this is the NFL record. Joe Burrow is the first quarterback in NFL history to attempt at least 150 passes in his team's first 4 games of the season and average fewer than 5 yards per attempt on those passes. Yeah. I mean, when you have 2 offensive games against the Browns and the Titans where really you do nothing on offense, and then the Ravens game was our actual only offensive game at all, and then we have obviously the game versus the Rams that was a mess. Well, we actually won the game, but we were struggling on offense a lot that game. This is not surprising at all. And this is not what I thought was going to be the NFL history record, NFL record we were going to get going into this season. I mean, it's not the worst in the world, let's be honest. I mean, attempted 150 passes in his first 4 games and averaged fewer than 5 yards per attempt of pass. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's definitely not a good record. I mean, this is pathetic. This means, this is a record that a crappy 7-string quarterback that can't even get the job done would do. Now, again, like I said, he has a calf strain issue. This is definitely a problem. He cannot step into his throws. But the thing is, if that's all the case and everything is there and everything is writing on the wall and, well, you know what? This is why he's having this NFL record. Is this not an example to the coach, to, obviously Duke Tobin, Katie Blackburn, Zach Taylor, that, listen, he should not be out there. But instead, he's out there. And he looks like a clusterfluff. And this is a record I'm going to talk about because signifies how bad the season has started. And again, at the end of the day, can we turn this around? Absolutely. Can we change how this, story ends? Absolutely. Can we rewrite this story? Absolutely. But we're going to have to do it this week, and we're going to have to change this around. But the thing is here, right? At the end of the day, like I said before, I don't care about records anymore. I don't say anymore because I really was excited to see him hit that Dan Marino record this year. But I've learned after how bad this season has started, we need to change this around, and I don't care if we get no more good records at all, ever. If we can run this football and just run. I don't care about an MVP award. I don't care about any of that crap. Just get that running game going. We need that type of stuff to happen. And, if Joe Burrow is the first quarterback to win a Super Bowl and attempt, less than, 300 passes in a season, then he needs to get to that record, right? Let's get that record next. Quarterback to win the Super Bowl and throws the ball the least out of any quarterback in history. Because at this point, I think Rex Grossman actually has that record. But at this point, well, he didn't win the Super Bowl. He got to the Super Bowl. But we need anything we can get just to get this offense going. Because this record right here signifies how bad this offense is. We play Arizona, and then we play Seattle. we should be able to at least get this offense, if not in gear 1, at least gear 2. And if not, and if we can't get this offense going next couple weeks, there needs to be some changes. And I'm not just talking with Joe. I'm talking about, and I'm not saying no one should get fired. I'm not saying anyone should get fired, guys. Not at all. But the play calling needs to change. Whether that is Zach no longer calls offensive plays, and that goes to Brian Callahan or whoever, whatever they want to do, just figure something out offensive play call wise. Because yes, obviously Joe's injury here with his calf strain is a problem, but that's not spelling the whole picture. It's not. It's not giving us the whole picture because that's only part of the picture. That's part of the problem. The offensive line is part of the problem too, and obviously the play calling is part of the problem. But there's so many different part of the problems, and at this point, we can't just look and say, "Wow, that sucks. That part of the problem sucks." No, you now find solutions, right? That's how a good team wins. That's what a good team does. Good team doesn't sit there and accept their demise. They sit there and they figure out, okay, how do I fix my demise? How do I fix the problem at hand? This needs to be fixed. So, this NFL record, you know what? That Titans crazy awful loss, then this NFL record being shown, this is a wake-up call. This is your wake-up call, Joe. This is your wake-up call, Zach Taylor. This is your wake-up call, Duke Tobin, Katie Blackburn. All of you, this is the wake-up call. We need to change this now. No excuses. No more bullcrap. Get it done.